Treasure Island, Chapter 1. The Old Sea Dog. Squire Trelawney and Dr. Livesey have asked me, Jim Hawkins, to write down the story of Treasure Island. I will tell you everything, just as it happened. The only thing I won't tell you is where the island is. That's because there is still treasure buried there. To begin my story, I must go back to the time when my father kept the Admiral Benbow Inn. I still remember the day when a strange new guest turned up at our door. He was an old sailor, tall and strong, dressed in a dirty blue coat. His hands were rough, his fingernails were black and broken. A long white scar ran across one cheek. Just looking at it made my knees tremble. I watched the old sailor as he came up the road to our door. Our inn stood on a high cliff. At the foot of the cliff was the ocean. The stranger stared out at the waves for a long time. Then he started singing to himself. It was the first time I heard the old sea song that I was to hear so often. 15 men on the dead man's chest, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. The old sailor's face was always dirty. His clothes were in rags, but he acted like a man who was used to giving orders. We called him the captain. The best chair in our parlour was right next to the fireplace. The captain claimed that chair right away. Night after night he would sit there staring into the fire. But when other sailors came to the inn, he stayed out of sight. He would hide behind the heavy curtain at the parlour door and spy on our new guests. One day, the captain told me that he wanted me to keep an eye out for an old seafaring man with one leg. I had to promise to warn him if the one-legged man showed up. In return, he would give me a silver coin at the beginning of every month. The thought of that one-legged stranger gave me nightmares. I used to dream about him on stormy nights. In my dreams he was horrible looking. He would leap up out of nowhere and chase after me. I really earned that silver coin. I was not afraid of the captain himself, but a lot of people were. When he started drinking rum, he forgot his quiet ways. He would sing old sea songs in a loud voice and force the other guests at the inn to sing along. And the stories he told, they were all about storms at sea and pirates and men being forced to walk the plank. But the frightening stories did not stop people from coming to the inn to hear them. The captain brought excitement to our quiet English village. Some of the young men even admired him. They called him a true sea dog and a real old salt. That winter, my father fell ill. Dr. Livesey used to come from the village to take care of him. One night, when the doctor was at the inn, the captain was drinking rum. He started to sing his favourite song, 15 men on the dead man's chest. Dr. Livesey kept on talking, and the captain yelled at him to keep quiet. The doctor paid no attention. Then the captain pulled a knife. Dr. Livesey wasn't the least bit afraid. "Put that knife away or I'll see you hanged," he warned the captain. The captain glared at Dr. Livesey, but he did as he was told. Before the doctor left, however, he had a piece of advice for the captain. "If you don't stop drinking rum, the world will soon be rid of you," he told him. The captain ignored the warning. "I have worse things to be afraid of than drink," he told me later. I didn't know what our strange guest was talking about. What was he so afraid of? Was it the man with the one leg? It was hard to imagine anyone evil enough to throw a scare into the captain.